Positive reinforcement for Kent during that timeout. And with the switch now as far as Trae Young and Kevin Huerter coming back in, the responsibilities for Kent changed just a little bit, and the play
run, the fashionable Hawk red version tonight, and a 15-11 Portland lead. Here's Trae off the high screen, rolling with Collins, dips it to him in the jam.
Man, that opened Payton up to make that shot.
Elford had a triple-double against the Hawks at State Farm Arena 3 weeks ago. Another lob intended, and for John, it goes down.
Isaac picks up Young. Torian Prince for three. Prince makes his first.
Out of Wichita State in his third season. Collins shovels and Plumlee jams.
First, that's one thing I always did as a player. I never anticipated the call. I was more worried about finishing the play more so than...
Guards, of course, usually run from end to end during the course of the games 1,000 times.
They get worn down.
That was just expected. But Prince, I just like that guy, Mark. He plays so hard.
Bazemore with a three.
It always does. Prince will take it out. Right around 5. He gets it to Bazemore. Lost City. Down it go.
Defense, and there's the swat.
McGee, third in the league in blocks at 3 per game. Trae going baseline. Finds Alex Len with a surprise. Huerter to the cutting. Bembry gets a dunk.
Toward the Pacers basket, and it ended up going out on him. But those are the kind of things he's going to have to do. He's going to be a rebounder in this league.
Second round draft pick. And down the lane, that's Bembry.
About calls every time they hit the deck. Huerter to make the inbounds pass needs a little help. Loops it into Len. Len says, okay, I'll shoot it. And he knocks down a 3.
The game to crack the top 20. 20 on this shot clock. And Trae Young has it inside. Drops it. It rolls to Dedmon.
Is coming from that activity is why the Pacers have done such a good job. Net rating, for those of you who don't know, is based on 100 possessions.
Vince Carter, shot clock. He's taken one from nearly half court.
On the season to 21st in the league. So defense much improved. Also, shockingly, coinciding with basically the team getting healthy again.
A good time last night.
And now, how would you know?
Well, you know, I've been around here a long time.
Collins drops it in.
Try to slow the Hawks guards down some.
Dorsey credited with the block. Collins rolls to the rim, got away from Conley and finished.
Good job of fighting inside there by Dwayne Dedmon.
Collins screens for Trae. Rolls behind him, but it's Trae Young taking the season.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
Entry pass to Jalen Adams.
I like to see Jalen Adams turn the corner a little bit more.
A reset to 14 on the shot clock as Huerter puts it in. Trying to find Collins, does it. He softly guides it home. LA has scored only 4 points in the last 4 minutes and 34 seconds.
Shot selection.
Oh, Prince, a fake, lays it in, and a foul on LA. A reserve over the past 8 games. After signing a max money deal to come here, Dorsey hangs and hits. You know, that could be, I would think, a technical foul. You send it into the stands with force.
John Collins, because of his ability to roll to the basket, great athleticism. Valanciunas will have his options on the other end against Dedmon.
They up 6 right now.
Trae against Derrick Rose out front. Right down the middle.
And learn about one of the truly, I think, even underappreciated phenomenal players in the history of the league. Shot clock at 5. And right to the rim.
by 3. Jeremy gets a layup.
And Mahimi there.
30. They are the elder statesmen of this team.
But they also don't have their best player who usually tries to rattle you up and Vic. So you needed those other guys to step up.
Bounce. He substituted the entire starting 5 in the period. Now Dedmon and Herder and Young back in. Trey at the top, guarded by O'Neal. Hasn't scored since the first, but ends it with that one.
Lloyd Pierce and his squad has yielded a high percentage. Memphis has shot 57% tonight. Herder gives Plumlee on the reverse. Nice move by Bob.
This right here. First key for the Hawks is that they got to be more selective offensively. Don't get too involved in playing the way Dallas wants you to play or get into the matchups. The Hawks have to really come back.
A 12-5 lead for the home team. Entry to Dedmon. Now Trey again draws Brunson. Kent Bazemore with Matthews up on him. Little step back is good for Kent. Landmark Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. Alex Len, corner 3 is good. The big fella's got 4 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, and that block. Now Trey draws Ian Clark out above that 3-point circle. Dedmon from the corner. Good. 4:91 Mavericks. 4:25 to go in the fourth quarter here at American Airlines Center.
Man, Trey doing a good job of picking his shots and taking what the defense gives him.
This time he sets up Dwayne.
For Atlanta, Jeremy Lin, Dwayne Dedmon, and Charlotte native DeAndre Bembry back into the game for the Hawks.
Kimba started the game 0-4 from 3.
Close to 4 turnovers per game.
Well, a young point guard playing at the pace that they play at, trying to learn his way around this league and facing tough opponents every night like he has right here against Kimba Walker. He's going to make some.
Teams respond from a physical standpoint after a travel and a 4 overtime game.
Well, the Hawks are coming out moving the basketball, so you got to love that.
Herder plays it back. Alex Len lines up and knocks down a 3-pointer.
Clock, 5:03 on the game clock. Well, and these are the kind of games, EJ, as we talk about, just they make you grow up as a young team.
Spellman on the drive, muscles it up past Booker, and he'll look for the and one.
Handle down there for Dedmon. He gets that deep. You got to send the next man to help.
That ends a 10-0 Atlanta run. Bembry changes direction. He goes in for a jam.
Easy. Got to play him a little bit tougher than that.
26-21 Hawks. Dorsey protects, scoops, hits.
John Collins. Yeah. And to have him back, Trey Young, going to really eat very well when you get a big athletic guy like John Collins running to the rim.
DeAndre Bembry goes through.
Do a lot of different things on the basketball court. He likes that step back 3.
Bazemore off the Lynn screen. The lob up high, and this time Alex Len.
Philadelphia by a point. Midway through the third, Trey floats it up. Atlanta. Here comes Trey Young and Mike Conley there to greet him. On the wing it goes to Vince, to the corner, and movement. 18 assists for the Hawks so far tonight.
18 assists is very good. I mean, that's good, solid numbers and really distributing the basketball. But defensively, the Hawks have really, really struggled, and they're going to have to figure that out.
By 6. Collins to Bazemore. Trey comes off the back screen, fires a 15-footer. And this one.
But so many of these teams are kind of a copycat teams where all of them play the same defense.
With 5 minutes to go in the third,
there
Trey's got a 20-10 game, and this time he floats another one home.
Free throws.
74-62 Los Angeles. Plumlee sets up Taurean Prince for three.
And Memphis.
And the opening tip belongs to Atlanta. Here comes Trae Young and Mike Conley there to greet him. On the wing it goes to Vince, to the corner, and Taurean Prince, who nails a three-pointer.
He knew it was coming, obviously, when he said
obviously Ryan Saunders out of a timeout.
We were all bang on the floor for Minnesota. Jared Bayless also on the floor. And
Cut off. And there's that D. Wilkins guy.
Who is he?
Kevin again, this time right corner good.
Recent vintage. Last year, the Hornets tried to cut and pace with Michael Carter-Williams. Year before, maybe a little Ramon Sessions, Brian Roberts.
And Jeremy, he really enjoyed his time here. Would have come back, but money talks.
Wow, Herder.
Coach Bob Byer told me that the defense really led to the offense in that second quarter when the second unit got them into the game in terms of its tempo and pace. The ball really zipped around from there offensively. Thunder got 15 assists in the half. The one concern in the second half, though, is the Hawks got up over 23 point attempts.
And I like the spirit in this third quarter. I like the energy. They stopped messing around and they started playing.
That Warrior chant starting here at Oracle. Corner three by
the Heat trying to end a two-game losing streak. The Hawks have dropped 4 in a row. Our officiating crew assigned to work tonight's game: Mark Davis, Derek Collins, and Brent Nanzel. Glad you're with us for NBA Saturday night action. Off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. Alex Len, their 7-foot.
Nice little mid-ranger.
Philadelphia by a point. Midway through the third, Trae floats it up, but John slams it home. Over 3 straight possessions. That one, of course, coming out of a front-round timeout. Behind the back, Dedmon. Long distance.
Marvin Williams, Jeremy Lamb, and Kemba Walker combined have not missed the three. They're 9 for 9. Starters, Wayne Dedmon is.
Again, you had nowhere to go. I mean, you're in the baseline, you got 2 big guys there, 6'10" and 6'7" foot, controlling the paint.
Wayne Dedmon nails the three-pointer in the Hawks.
Let's go Hawks! And Harrison has the defensive assignment on Young. Off screens from Carter and Len. Young lowered his shoulder. Another drop-off pass to Len for 2 more.
She's got 15 now. For the 5 Cavalier starters in double figures. Jordan Clarkson with 15 off the bench. Young some space, hit it.
8 of their last 11 first-quarter field goals. Second begins with Dedmon floating one in from the heart of the lane.
Hugs all around. Heavy hitters right there. Here's Trae Young. Prince. Rainbow. Look at
6 of 8 from 3. Trae rifles it to Alex Poythress.
That's how hard it is to score 20 every night in the NBA.
And during this stretch, Klay Thompson's well aware without Stephen Curry, they needed that kind of production.
And on the floor, they've made 5 of their last 9 shots, while the Hawks have made 1 of 8. Bazemore drop.
And getting a lot of minutes for him. Here, a little in crunch time.
Bazemore. 8 points for Nance, and it's 97-83. 1:40 left, third quarter. Jeremy Lin off the window.
Hardaway in his return from the back injury. Here is Spellman from 3.
Long time. They won gold in Rio together too. Steve said they'll hash this out.
And Steve Kerr alluding to his very famous fight with Michael Jordan in practice.
Not a lot of pressure here by the Clippers, even though, you know, they don't want to foul, of course, but not much ball pressure. And Trae lets one go from the wing. 19-year-old rookie. Cantor and Lillard sit down. Damian ends his night with 36. A jam for Collins.
It's okay to step in and take a mid-range shot.
Missed 10 games with a quad strain. Back tonight. And Len gets the handoff.
Fan. Andre was a dozen.
Reggie Bullock with 10. Langston Galloway with 7 in short minutes. Hawks do
20 points in each of the first 2 games against Atlanta. Nothing tonight.
Way to go. And found Adebayo. Adebayo is not a jump shooter, and so he gives it back to Olynyk for an easy 3.
Nice baseline foul.
5 of 15. Welcome to the NBA. Bazemore, room service. Minutes as far as those contact drills go. He's moving towards the late stages of being ready. There still is no hard.
3-point play gives him 11, and it's 86-74. Collins, right to the.
Before the game, he said, Brooks has had a tough preseason.
Thomas Bryant, his second three-pointer of the season. Herder, nice pass underneath.
To retract the pass, which is impossible.
Third turnover of the third quarter in the first 3.5 minutes as Bazemore lobs it up and dunking it.
It's 10 rebounds for Dennis Cantor. The Knick lead is 8.
Prince, erratic shooter.
Finds Plumlee.
I can't wait for this to be over.
Yeah.
Just whenever it happens, it's over with. And, missed the shot. And, wow.
2.5 remaining. Second quarter. Knicks lead by 1. This is Poitras.
Second and third rotation on the defense. You got to get to the 3-point shooters. Nice defense down the other end by the Hawks to do.
Yes. But I think his numbers.
You got to take a look at it.
Yeah. And the reason I'll say that is because he's also
64-62. Carter hands off.
And he's back in the starting lineup. Now he's even more effective because he had a chance to sit down and watch the game from a different view.
Bays, nice pass. He had 30 of them a year ago. Bazemore turns, fires.
2 touches and 7 points, George.
And now it's 38-14. Still over a minute to play in the first. Carter finds Plumlee.
Yes, sir.
Thread that needle. 60-44.
That was a tough finish there by Paul.
Jeremy Lin with a catch-and-shoot 3.
There you go, Jeremy.
Season.
Nothing surprised me now with the new league, the day's league. You know, the thing is, the shooting was incredible. No question. First of all, he took 24 shots in the first half, which is incredible enough in itself. But, you know, when the guy get that hot, it's like, you know, these parts. Dominated in this game. Unfortunately, it's probably going to come in a loss.
Backdoor cutting. Bembry throws it down. 101-96 Bucks. Short clock here. Vince got to go. And it comes to Alex. On the cut. Bembry! What a play!
Dealing with Blake Griffin. I know there's a lot of questions about Blake's physicality and if he likes that or not. And the guys want them to keep that up on him when they're at this end of the court.
Daniel Hamilton is in now for the Hawks. Elbow jumper, Kevin Herter. This dunk by Covington in regulation was huge. Dedmon. Kevin Herter. 3. Hello.
Probably be really low on the plus-minus total. Analytics better go to work. Yeah, you better. He and Matt with Spurs Live coming up. Hey, the quick look from.
This is key.
Kevin Herter throws it at the rim. Lopez knocks it away. It goes up, and it is going to drop.
With James Harden, who is having one of the most incredible offensive years in NBA history. He'll be in Atlanta for his only appearance. Bays gets the quick lay-in.
In one position.
And they go to Prince. A long 3 to win it.
Standing at State Farm Arena. Herter looks.
Plays it into Trey. 2 seconds, one. Trey's floater.
Great to chat with you, Steve. Chad, can't sit here and not get a quick comment from you. I know it's an exciting weekend coming up. Do you like where this team is right now in
baskets? And the Pacers up 11 with just over 2 minutes to play. My goodness.
Ooh, looked like just a good basketball play.
Didn't look like a foul, did it?
Taurean Prince for three. In there.
That doesn't mind getting in there, taking some physical contact.
67-50 Raptors. 21-11 and 11 for Valanciunas. Kevin Huerter.
You give it to Vince Carter on the box.
Kevin floats this
blocker they have back there, but he doesn't scare you when you bring the ball to him. It's a nice drive by KD.
They'll try to build on that impressive fourth quarter the other night versus Memphis as Prince.
Period 20 for the game. Mavericks by 3. Trae Young. Tyler Dorsey. On the beautiful bounce. John Collins gets a
conference this year, 5-5. And need this one in the worst way. Prince leaves it off for John Collins. Collins will have a chance.
With 4. Collins has scored 18. Dedmon to Trae.
Another switch there. That's what you have
right
to do.
Over the back of Arcidiacono and later.
Went small in that first half. No Chandler available. Big Zoo got traded. And then Muscala, obviously, looks like he's not going to play tonight.
Same thing.
Yeah, rolling. Dedmon there. Foul on LeBron. Count it.
78%. 3-point play. Jeremy Lin peeling off the warm-ups at the scorer's table. He'll be coming in for Prince in a moment. Alex. TP. Inside. Lin jams it.
Fast break opportunities in this first quarter for Chicago.
And Jeremy just takes it and goes. Very 108-98. Alex Lin with the handoff to Jeremy. Beats Morris and lays it in again.
Well, he's been good all night long.
He won a ring in Cleveland with the Cavaliers. Bazemore. Free throw line jumper. Jeremy Lin. Technique. That's his 96th three-pointer this year.
You're talking about a 7-foot-plus big man with a feathery touch. Beautiful shot there.
Dedmon on the handoff to Kevin Huerter. Pull up for 2. Nice looking jumper.
3 out of every 4.
Very nice.
But he misses both. Well, they make no move to pull John Collins out, Quinn.
I see. And I've got to look at him on the other end. I got to attack him.
Bazemore is the only holdover as Young scores.
TB's the clinics there that Pop and I did our first 2 years in the league when Pop was a lonely assistant coach. And we would be out there, it'd be 100 degrees doing clinics for the kids while the Coyote was cooking hot dogs. It was nuts, but yeah, it was great times. It wasn't.
11.
Harrison Barnes sat out way too long, Bob. This reminiscent of the game in Atlanta. He left that starting lineup out a while.
Trae. And he's got 8 for 17 points. 68-66 Portland. Kevin Huerter swings it to Trae. Pick and roll with Dedmon. Goes to the floater and scores. Atlanta up 88-74. Dribble handoff for Bembry. Pick and roll with Trae and Alex Len. Corner 3 for Carter.
Yes.
Another. Kevin Huerter. Fellow rookie Trae Young. Kev, good again. Kevin Huerter.
Offensively, they can score. They got to continue to play good defense.
Trae Young whips it to Herder. Kevin laces it up from three. Third
career, or I did back when I played in the 90s.
I now believe that's 314 made threes on the year for James Harden. He and Steph Curry, the only players in the history of the sport.
Season success here, but playoff success has eluded them. They were swept out in the first round last year by New Orleans. Here's Herder giving to Trae Young, driving, gets it on the glass and scores.
That's just become a...
I've been open all night.
Fifth three-pointer for Terrence Ross.
Now, Terrence Ross always thinks he's open, but that was a really easy look for him. I had all day to shoot out.
Jalen Adams.
Pulled, but it's not quite a jump hook. It's just a nice little teardrop.
Here's the 24th rated offense. They're also the 27th rated defense. One of the reasons why they are 20 games below 500 is Dedmon.
With the basketball, down by 3. And Trae hands it over to Herder. Up top to Dedmon. Torian got bumped.
Presenting that basket because he was never guarding LeBron. They let him throw it right under the hoop for a layup.
Lakers 5 of their last 7 from the floor. Trae Young probing it again. Baseline.
Collins 7 foot. You got to power that up. You got to go up with authority because you're going to let little guys block your shot.
And who thought after that rodeo road trip we'd be praising the Spurs late game defense for getting a win? Right. But the defense was much
a different dimension. I mean, the guy knows how to play. Again, at 25 years old, he plays like he's been in the league for 10 years. So, I don't know.
Second round pick coming out of Duke 2 summers ago. Dedmon on the handoff. Here's Bays to Herder. Can he keep it going?
And Herder are out there for the Hawks. Rozier, Baines, Tatum. Wow, this kid
just picked up the foul. Markkanen finishing off the three-point play, 51-37, as Jeremy Lin did 9 of 16 in that game and 3 threes. He's come up empty so far in the first quarter. Bembry driving, nice head fake, gets inside.
Ball like they do here in the Hawks, so it's wonderful to be here in Martin Luther King's birthplace.
You know, and again, this is a big holiday for our entire nation.
Joel Embiid with 5, and you played with a couple.
Kevin Willis, Antoine Carr, Cliff Levingston, and Doc Rivers had an edge.
I'm tired of talking about it. Guys just nonchalantly walk up to the scores table while the play is going, and then all of a sudden the whistle blows, the play is stopped, and you're not there to check in. It's too late.
It's hard enough to defend them in the half court. They do such a good job pick and roll, pick and pop with Horford. The turnovers weren't really an issue, Quinn. The Pacers only averaged 12 in the 4 games, but it was the rebounding.
Defense make it, then make multiple efforts. Celtics within 5 here. Dedmon. Herder steps back.
They jumped from 7 and number 5 last night in the Wild West. Trae Young, the floater.
The basketball down by 3. And Trae hands it over to Herder. Up top to Dedmon. Torian got bumped.
I'm fine with a happy medium between, say, John Stockton and Allen Iverson. All right. We can find somewhere in between. I can live with it.
But the Suns are going to have to dig in here, Andy, and avoid what frustration may be boiling with some of the non-calls. Trae Young lets it.
Well, he has bounced around. Portland, his 6th team. Was out last year, recovering from injury.
Spent some time at the line here.
Bembry, little bump and runs.
Been played in Turkey 2 years ago in Greece with Olympiakos. His second year with the Magic.
I mean, the guy knows how to play. Again, at 25 years old, he plays like he's been in the league for 10 years. So, I don't know.
22-20. Kevin lets it go.
7 foot. You got to power that up. You got to go up with authority because you're going to let little guys block your shot.
And on the
along with Alex Len for Atlanta. This is John Collins. Len.
2:20 to play. Trey into the paint. Throws that floater one more time. Foul was administered. Yeah, they get a little chippy. They were the last time when we were here. Trey's pass to the wing and Bembry.
He was out for a long time. Good early minutes for him.
Had left ankle surgery, working his way back after last year's setback. Dedmon for three.
Well, you know, Coach Bud, he's gonna get in the ref's ear when he think he's right, and he's always working.
Alex hits the three. Alex. The biggest Milwaukee win this year has been by 46. Dedmon making fire from the baseline for two. It was a wild start for the Hawks, that's for sure.
Well, I
42 first quarter points.
Well, I thought the Hawks took their foot off the gas. They really had total control in this game. And you see you get another inside pass to John Collins for his 24.
In rebounding, 9.7. Here's Dedmon back in. Trae Young, Collins, Anderson, and Prince. Torian working. 7 on the clock for Anderson, who drills another.
That others have a chance to better themselves.
7 points for Fournier to make it 24-19. Jeremy Lin gets the love of the rim. Second quarter, Hawks shot 57%, but they ended up trading baskets with the Knicks and trail by 9 as we start the third quarter.
Well, Coach Jim said the best. We got to flat out defend. I mean, we're not worrying about the offensive end. We got to stop people.
Collins catches and lays it in.
Passing skill is as good as anyone.
Operates. Mike Scott pestering. Trey will drive, kick, finds Collins again. Well, these two get along. And a minute 51. Catch and shoot three corner for Alex Len.
Randall from the floor is 5 of 13. He's gotten to the basket so many times, but he hasn't been able to finish consistently.
Bays to the front of the rim. Trey works it up. And hits a three.
Young has done a really nice job at distributing the basketball tonight.
Got a double-double, 10 and 10. Trey looking to drive and gets the.
That you can't just, you know, drive in there and think you're going to be productive. So let's see if the Hawks can keep it up.
Suns were 18 of 25 from the line Thursday night in Cleveland as Wayne Dedmon makes it.
And like now, he's missed quite a few free throws in.
It's 3 of 7. Kevin, nice catch. And gets the bounce.
And like now, he's missed quite a few free throws in.
It's 3 of 7. Kevin, nice catch. And gets the bounce.
Gets on a little roll. You know, he gets even more offensive minded, and they really look for him.
39-38. Trey floats it home.
Holiday, it's his 14th double-figure game of the year.
He's driving it. He doesn't often hit three-point shots. He normally
stop, pop, knocks it down. And they need him to get going if they're going to have a shot here.
They've got Napier on Trey right now. 3
activity here.
And we mentioned playing with those full personals. Off the left-hand pass. Dedmon, 6'4", third-year man. Magruder out of Kansas State. He's sort of the jack of all trades here. Can play just about any position, defend any spot. Dedmon putting it up and in.
So in the third quarter for the Hawks.
Vince Carter.
Three for Damian Dotson, 65-60. Trying to paint, back out to Alex Len. And a three-pointer.
Forcing a fall-away jump shot. And Hawks goes up there and gets the rebound.
Alex Len. But the Sixers will take offense anywhere they can find it. Down by 4.
They got Jimmy Butler on the bench right now. I thought the bench of the Trailblazers really didn't do a good job of really getting them back into it.
Rondo is in for Lonzo Ball.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Backdoor Lloyd Pierce. Jeremy. On the back door.
He was by his silence. The other prominent rookie in this ball game. On the lob, Prince.
That field goal drought as we hit the 3-minute mark. Trey, lay the lob.
Switch now as far as Trae Young and Kevin Huerter coming back in. The responsibilities for Kent changed just a little bit, and the play.
16 to shoot for Atlanta. Young, backdoor lob.
Big fan of the Stetson Glenn Wilkes basketball camp. I'll tell you, at some point, I was a high school student, right?
Yep. Georgia, and this great renovation that they did here, $250 million, State Farm Arena, one of the best in the league, without question now. Underneath.
Trouble. The Hawks are down 3. Buddy Hield, top of the key.
Not a good shot there by Buddy Hield. Good defense by Kent Bazemore, forcing a tough jump shot right at the top of the key.
Here's Bembry. On the bounce to Bays. Up the screens. Back to Dedmon.
A little loss of focus.
Little.
Let's go. A lot. A little careless. Horrible. Bazemore. It would be just their 4th win on the road. They've beaten Portland, Miami, and the Knicks on the road. Here's Bazemore. Pretty play.
Toronto did a good job of just staying with it.
And they're going to have an opportunity coming back, it appears. 13 on the shot clock. Bazemore. One-handed to Prince in the corner. Torian with a little push shot for 2. Gives him 19.
Yes.
90-81 Utah. Here's Huerter again. 2 screens for him. Inside all alone Spellman, and a great reach by Kevin. Montrezl Harrell. Young man who played in Louisville was headed to Virginia Tech until Seth Greenberg got fired. Then he ended up playing for the Cardinals, part of their national championship team. Kevin Huerter with a long 3. And boy, is that good to see.
Totally configured differently. A 3-pointer made by Ersan Ilyasova.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we're lucky to be in 5-7.
Malcolm for 3. And I know one thing. Lloyd Pierce does not want to see any quit or give up in his Hawks despite the score. Kevin Huerter knocking in a shoot-around, and then his knee flared up on him, and they pulled him for tonight's game, so the Hawks dressing just 11. Here is the lay-in by Huerter.
I'm most pleased with her, and I think most people would be, but it's a terrific opportunity to help across the state of Indiana. It's some of the
Marcus, while we were having that discussion, and his first reaction was, he reminds me a little of Tobias Harris. And that's when I texted Marcus and said, what do you hear? Who do you hear that you most resembled who is playing? Durant 3. KD celebrating. Happy to see that go down.
Well, for shooting so well, he hasn't taken a greater number of shots. What is he, 6 of 8?
Edmond inside.
Meanwhile, here in Atlanta, the Hawks shooting just under 60%. The Heat are right at 50%. And
involved in the play and get easy, too. I got a couple of things, too, you don't do well. I'll bring up here later.
Prince, 10 wins on the year. Let's go! Young, Collins, Prince, Bazemore, Huerter, the 5 on the floor for Atlanta. Almost a turnover. Long 2, Young.
And Klay Thompson hitting a 3 on the out-of-bounds play. Little more cushion
Back up to double digits. Ken Bazemore with the right hand. The finish in the foul.
Rodney's 18th kaboom this season. He has 7 of the Heat's first 12 points. Prince from downtown. Oh, they're coming fast. And
played his college basketball 1 season here in Atlanta at Georgia Tech. Bazemore.
Plays when the game means the most.
Sort of similar to the way his game unfolded the other night in Memphis. Starting to come around offensively. The mid-range jumper by Dedmon.
Right now than Andre Drummond. And he's got the lively legs playing a game.
When you say 20-20, you might be able to say 30-30. He has 20 and 17. Carter to the basket.
Off the ball. He never stops moving. It's hard to box a guy like that out, and that's why John gets so many rebounds.
And the wonderful thing about it is that you don't have to run very many plays for him because of his ability to rebound and create.
Well, but he's going to be the starting point guard right now for John. Here's Herter on the cut. Moves in, lays it in.
Oh, that's a good job fighting.
Well,
that was my welcome. That was my welcome to the NBA moment against the bitter rivalry of the Detroit Pistons.
Wait, so you got ejected for fighting in an exhibition game?
Yeah.
Steps up, knocks down his first 2 free throws, and gives the Suns an 8-point lead. Amari Spellman left wide open and can't do that.
Alive, alert.
Pistons 29, the Hawks 22. Just under 3 to play in the first. Spellman shot right down the middle.
7-0 run. Hawks trying to get the offense going here. Atlanta's missed his last 5 shots. Herter defended by Payton. Now for getting a hand on the basketball. Kevin will drive. Use the high glass and good.
Kevin Herter.
Here's Trae Young wearing some very bright yellow shoes, and he
9-point New York advantage. Trae driving and drives it in. And years to come, because it is all anybody is shooting these days.
Yeah, this all 3 corners. You know, Hawks shoot over 60 plus threes.
And there it is, number 1,000.
When you shoot like him, you can tell somebody to be quiet. Get it to your best player.
Lowry up to 23. Prince behind the screen, loads up a 3.
Wow. Because you got to pick up the roller, which was LaMarcus Aldridge, so the nicely executed play.
Here's Trae Young moving in and floating one home to start his night.
In Washington is what they're going to do. Stop at Washington, keep taking care of the ball, not turning it over.
The Hawks earlier this season as Lynn lays it in.
Bench because of all the injuries, but they got a lot of guys that they can throw at you.
Off the window.
J.J. Redick is great at slipping screens, turning and being prepared for the 3-point shot, and they know that. And one thing Philadelphia does is they take a great advantage of that.
Trae Young with a drive that foul line, 30 to 21. He's been a very good foul shooter on the overall this year, 91%. Lob right down the.
Well, they got a team now, and they try to win it.
Opening tip to the Hawks, and Trae Young goes to work. Here's John Collins left alone and buries the 3 right away. In for Dedmon, joining Davis up front. For Trae.
That gives in Atlanta, and he was instant offense. Kind of fun to watch.
Trae Young with a bomb and hits.
Attacking the painted area before settling for perimeter shots. You already talked about this Hawks team is not interested in playing a lot of defense as Trae Young gets all the way there to the basket with the injuries.
Justin Anderson is out there for the first time in Atlanta uniform. Young gets it from Collins, goes in and scores.
Second quarter from Salt Lake City. We'll be in Phoenix to meet the Suns tomorrow night. Prince against Allen. Pull up 3, swish.
Well, nothing much. Dealing with Blake Griffin, I know there's a lot of questions about Blake's physicality and if he likes that or not, and the guys want them to keep that up on him when they're at this end of the court.
Daniel Hamilton is in now for the Hawks. Elbow jumper, Kevin Herter.
Game, I could do that nice and easy, Mark.
Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP and Final Four MVP. As
these youngsters as they look to put a game away on the road.
Yeah, again, let's keep attacking. Keep playing a good, gritty defense, and you're going to be fine.
Trey with a crossover on Harrell. Gets in and scores off the window. What a move. John Collins. You see John rolling one more time. Vince is going to take it in and slam this one.
Which is tremendous from there. Of course, Oladipo is, and even Collison. So you got to play defense on the perimeter, and you got to have good.
See the bench outscoring Atlanta. Nothing new for the Nets. They've outscored their opponent a league-high 56 times coming into this one. Collins hits the runner. John Collins.
Stu with Brett Brown, so he knows all about what the rebuilding process is all about.
Yeah, and he's got this young club as Collins knocks down.
Kicked ball by Butler. John for three. Nothing but net.
So Atlanta will have to do it the hard way instead of free throws. Collins finds Bazemore.
Hawks got away with one there.
The fourth team foul of the period. Alex lets it fly. Nothing but net.
John Collins has come so far since last year.
John going inside. Finding Hamilton in the corner for three, and that's good.
Hamilton.
General Avery Johnson for one season. Here he is in the big league. Spellman good again from three.
Kevin Love did.
This Milwaukee outfit, particularly the first unit. Man, do they come at you hot and heavy. Here's Bembry. And scores on the reverse. Second quarter from Brooklyn. We'll be back here on January the 9th. The Nets' only appearance in Atlanta. Second quarter from Brooklyn. We'll be back here on January the 9th. The Nets' only appearance in Atlanta.
Distinct size advantage over him. And he's a terrific athlete, so he has a great chance to contest his shots.
Collins plays it, play well, and set the tone, have momentum going into the locker room.
John Collins, his third.
Those guys that will, again, mix it up around the basket, offensive rebound, and he can score, and he got a lot of bounce.
So Atlanta will have to do it the hard way instead of free throws. Collins finds Bazemore.
Shooting 6 of 12 tonight so far with 19 points.
That's something that he's been cognizant of, and he knows that he's getting himself into foul trouble too early in games. Kind of was joking about it, that he was getting a little too comfortable.
Tough light,
the bench is Deadman, another finish.
Hawks start the night 11-25, 5-15 on the road, 6-7 month of December. Inside John.
Young officials.
It can't be
a call or two.
It can't be an automatic call. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, that's." What...
And lost the Warriors.
3 road games and 4 nights this week. We'll be in Charlotte tomorrow and Oklahoma City on Friday. Warriors come in Monday night at State Farm. Collins again, another beauty.
You look, some guys, and then I'm looking at Darren Collison, looking for preparation as you're getting ready to go into the playoffs. This is not overlooking this game. This is in concert with this game.
Those are tonight's 4 keys.
To help on the drives, he's worrying about his man, and almost got, a wide open 3 for Lynn.
And the lob to Spellman.
Well, that's 9 assists. But the Hawks really got to do some soul searching. I mean, because, it's one thing, to lose a game, but you can't continue to lose future.
He's a guy that was a two-way player, and they made him a full-time member of the varsity early in the season. Bembry turns the corner. And with the left hand. Milwaukee for the first time this year, and their brand new arena will be on the air at 8 o'clock on Friday night. That's Eastern time. Hawks and the Bucks, presented by Georgia Drive Chevy.
During the game, well,
so many years as a starter, not as often as you think, but as a key reserve in recent years.
Off game for Dotson on one of the 3 points. Back door is open.
Bazemore gets the roll.
But they just didn't get enough shots because they turned the ball over.
And this is going to be a theme that the Warriors are going to have to live with. 12 of their 17 points were points in the paint. And right on cue.
Off game for Dotson on one of the 3 points. Back door is open.
Bazemore gets the roll.
Cover on outside.
Bazemore. Good start to the court.
First few minutes would be an understatement. They've done this to a lot of people.
Yeah, for the Hawks, again, this is weather storm. And stay focused.
And it's a nice drive.
Remaining in there. He's got his mouth closed so that nobody notices that he's bleeding so he can stay on the floor. Otherwise, should be a 30-second timeout. And Torian.
Again, I mentioned Sumner, 35% in the G League, just 4 of 20 as a pacer. But remember that big 17-point game he had against.
And the shot clock is at 14. Nuggets by 12. Biggest Nuggets lead was 15. Oh, that's Dorsey. And Dorsey puts it away.
As they run Russell and Dinwiddie together. Kent Bazemore.
The other way. That's why confidence and decisiveness is so important in this game. Now, skill with that, but you've got to be confident and decisive.
For the Hawks, and Kyrie Irving has come back into the game for Boston.
Well, I thought Brown really struggled, and it really didn't help him.
And that third quarter, but just couldn't keep it going. That ankle a little too sore. So he's out, and Morris is back in. There's Kevin Huerter.
J.J. Redick coming out after hitting that big shot.
I think his back may be acting up. You see, he goes to the roller, trying to loosen things up down there off the bench. Kevin Huerter driving and laying it in.
The best record in the league, so that is going around right now. We saw what, New Orleans, I believe they beat Oklahoma City the other night. So
the other way. That's why confidence and decisiveness is so important in this game. Now, skill with that, but you've got to be confident and decisive.
For the Hawks, and Kyrie Irving has come back into the game for Boston.
Well, I thought Brown really struggled, and it really didn't help him.
And the best record in the league, so that is going around right now. We saw what, New Orleans, I believe they beat Oklahoma City.
You can see he's made his presence felt in this one.
Yes, he has.
Here's Bays coming around. Bays got to be careful. Throws it up and in. Gets dropped by. He has just done a little bit of everything. Shot hasn't been there. He's just 3 of 10 from the field total. But boy, the defense, the steals, the activity, just outstanding. Dedmon with a turnaround for 2.
We've been able to see Tyreke Evans at his best, and we haven't seen that yet on a consistent basis. And looking forward to that coming. I saw him working out today. He looked good at that. So let's just see as Huerter.
Points in franchise history through 3 quarters. 106, a new franchise record for 3 quarters.
Got to finish this one, though. I don't want to bring up bad memories, but
Len has 4 rebounds, 2 points in 7 minutes. His return to the Purple Palace. Alex Len, easy, does it right to the hole. Going like he did for David Fizdale in the first quarter. Len stretches and lays it in. Lots of young talent on both of these clubs. Prince. Lynn off the glass, drops it home. 10-point lead for Atlanta. Jeremy puts up the leaner, hits it, count the basket. Went back to Houston to finish his collegiate career with the Cougars for 2 years after playing 2 years at Oregon. Jeremy, yes.
Where the Hawks can really make up some ground here. Conley on the bench now. You got to rely on Shelvin Mack to run your offense.
The first 15 games due to left ankle soreness. He was injured in the preseason. He's out there with DeAndre Bembry, who lays it in. Bazemore
Yeah, that smaller part like we talked about before.
They're taking Trae Young out. Back cut and Bazemore. Trae throws it in.
At Coleman Coliseum. But today at the Q, it's a different story.
No, he's getting roasted tonight.
Trae floats it, 35.
On the same losing streak, and now the Knicks have won. And so now the spotlight is on the Suns, and the Suns are really working hard here to try to get rid of that mindset.
He has been tremendous. Plenty of clock here for the Hawks as Jeremy Lin navigates. Corner for Spellman.
No, not really. Not really. That was the days of the short shorts.
Dinosaurs roaming the earth. Spellman. Run the floor, and the way you dive to the hole, he'll find you.
Yeah, I love playing with Trae already, man. He can find the open guy, he can shoot, so he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Okay, we got 3 in a row. So far in this fourth quarter, nice start. They gotta keep it up.
Trae finds Collins all alone. Bottoms. 3-pointer for John Collins.
They got guys that like the Hawks that they're going to develop and hopefully really add to what.
Trae Young not only played at Oklahoma, he is a native of the Sooner State. High school in Norman. College is right down the road. Somehow got it past.
One more. Young, a deep 3.
7 remaining. Trae controls it. Beverly trying to break it up. Now Harrell comes out. Trae gets it inside. Dedmon with a flush.
It's a backpack to Indy Backpack Attack. For more information, visit IndyBackpackAttack.org. Now 38 blocks on the year. He's 4th in the league as Bazemore hits a 3.
Anthony, of course, had started 25 games for the Suns prior to that injury. Young off the screen and connects.
You got that piston power.
Alex Len has checked in, as Greg told you. Screened by Collins for Young from the elbow, all by himself, and he buries it.
14 games, but with the Blazers missing 3 off the bench, that of course includes Lillard. They need all the bodies they can find round up here tonight. Troy. Kevin Huerter. Trae's floater rims in.
Young to inbounds, 15 on the shot clock, 5:28 remaining for the half. Young got it back. Left
screen right there in rhythm. You should always look at the rim, especially in your range.
Here he's Young, hands it off to Bembry, finds the cutting Spellman, who's able to lay it up and in.
6 threes, the 7 assists, 18 points for Joe. The Jazz scored 137 in that 21-point win against the Knicks. What a threes right now.
They're falling down.
He says when we play, and now gives it to Trae for the inbounds pass. Huerter finds Alex Len for the jam. 5 years old today.
What a referee.
Know he's watching back in Atlanta.
What a referee.
And Brian's daughter, Emma, turned 8 today. How about that?
Fighting, they kept coming. Now they're going to get out here with a huge win.
125-109. Spellman. Oh, up and in for the big man.
No official word, but he is most likely going to be on the shelf until after the All-Star break. Make sure that thing is healed properly. 4 on the shot clock. Young on the drive and dish finds Collins, corner 3, and knocks it down.
At the end of March. That'll be part of a 9-day, 5-game road trip back east. Trae Young, left hand goes right around LeBron.
Hawks got a break there. 9:52 to play in the fourth. Trae against Noah Vonleh. Picks up his dribble. Herter. 3 seconds. Collins in middle of the lane. Turnaround for
2 of 10.
Shot clock is at 3 as Young spins on Dotson and cleans it in.
Let's see what Lloyd Pierce wants to run here. It's Bazemore. Got all the way to the block.
Trae Young, 8 points in the first half on 2 of 7 shooting. Kevin Herter was just 1 for 8.
Talk to you, listen.
But you know what? It's good to see Kevin Herter get into a nice groove. This is another same kind of play.
Jeremy Lin at midcourt to Herter. Kevin, little hesitation.
He's got to learn that they're not all going to stay flat-footed. We've got to be able to change your shot and your direction in midair. Maybe go a different way with your arm.
Just come down and just play their game, run their offense, move the ball around the horn. Don't get quick with their offense.
Nice pass. Phase.
It was courteous.
It was courteous. Yeah, last season was not too much to watch, but winning 60 games in your first season is pretty.
10 boards and 10 assists. 77-63.
There's not many missed shots here by the Hawks. And there's Trae breaking loose again.
190. Herter moves in, hits the brakes. Trae out front with 10. Magruder on him. Trae gives it up. Kevin drives. Dedmon. Two very underrated aspects of our game. Shot selection, number 1, and pass selection. Sometimes, you just talked about it with that turnover for Utah that Beverly couldn't hold off. Collins lays it in. If you don't give your team...
Sitting out for those 11 games. We talk to him a lot. I know he talks to you all the time.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially to start the year and how well he was playing prior to getting injured. And then
down in a way that made you think he got the shot blocked. He really didn't. He almost had a school.
Well, you know what? One thing about what we do, TV don't lie.
The camera never blinks.
Hey,
Spellman.
Started off kind of slow and has been a house of fire lately. He had 3 games in a row where he averaged 40.
Well, it's just taking him a little bit of time to get comfortable, and he had a couple big...
1 of 5 for 3. 97-82 Portland. Kevin Herter. Up and in. Kevin Herter.
You got to get the ball back to Herter. Let him run that high pick and roll. Here it comes again. We'll see Payton is forcing it down, but again, no help.
And Kevin just dropping them all over the place. Above their season norm. Hawks have hit 8 out of 19. Hawks take on average 36 threes a game. Here's Kevin. Around and in. Vince.
Bumped in from the back.
Miles Plumlee checks in now. Missed the last 9 games. There he is with a right knee ailment. Herter takes his time.
Atlanta by 1. Torian. Average just 9.6 per game, so a positive there on the offensive glass.
You know, the Hawks took advantage of an undersized lineup that the Clippers put on the floor.
As we close out this big week of Hawks basketball around the holiday. Trae Young finds Torian Prince. And seemingly on every possession.
Yes.
And yet here come the Hawks, and they are even a lot.
Thank you for adding a little life to it. Hey, man, thank you for putting in the word for me.
I'm glad you're here. I'm getting tired of carrying the hot sauce every night for this broadcast. Inside.
Ingram's going to meet Trae Young in the attacking 47. Spellman from Villanova won an NCAA championship there. Oh, here comes Finn.
There's defenders lurking, so he doesn't panic. He kicks it outside. He doesn't force the issue. And that comes, by the way, when he's comfortable. He knows he's getting playing time. And Jordan Bell should know that now, and Jerebko with the lack of bigs. So they should all be playing comfortably.
Brooklyn Nets fans to show up with the Brooklyn jersey and the Yankees hat.
Are you trying to incite
I got your back.
violence in Boston?
No, I got your back.
Are you going up into the crowd?
I got your back.
All right.
Nets fans, all Nets fans.
Might be a little outnumbered. Atlanta, one of their last 7.
Back here. We're still early in the third.
Well, Trae Young is doing what he does and just making plays.
Collins turns and jams, and another perfect setup.
And usually, you know, if you're trending a certain way, hey, we're not playing well on the road, you try to right the ship on your own. Young, inside, Len, an easy 2. And again, now.
His team got washed. Kevin looked pretty good there, Bob, as the Hawks look to make up this 8-point deficit.
And it starts with the Trae Young 3.
Here.
Lopez and Len to Tim, and is controlled by the Hawks.
Boy, I'll tell you this, the way they throw these jump balls up, boy, you'd rather see it flip a coin.
Young with the pull-up 3. He's fouled and 1.
Make that 5.5 to go in the third quarter. 74-73. Trae, the defense evaporates and change like that very often. 112-104.
Great pass.
Justin Anderson hits the 3. Trae. And I know they're playing without Embiid, but boy, the Hawks have really been impressive against the Sixers these last 2 games here at State Farm Arena.
Well, the
big win in Philly.
Sixers have a problem guarding because they don't make any adjustments on.
Putting up another stat-stuffing night in Philadelphia. Hawks by 1. Dedmon, hard bounce to Collins, frees himself and dunks it with.
See if the Lakers continue to switch that big little and see if the Hawks continue to try to get it to Collins.
Young goes around LeBron, count it!
On 5 of 7, he's hit as many as 6 in a game. Yeah. And the rookie record this season, Larry Shaman, Philly had 8 in one game. Vince, 18-3.
On Corona. Love sharing the ball right there. Smart could have just laid it up. Gets Rozier involved. Rozier with the dunk and then hits a 3. Hayward, get it all.
Because Felicio got on the offensive glass, got another second chance opportunity.
Kevin Huerter.
Done.
Kevin Huerter, pick and roll with Collins. Driving, scoring. 2 free throws for Williams. A 48-46 ball game in favor of the visitors from the Crescent City. Kevin Huerter working hard. Scores it. 64-62 Pelicans.
I would go back to Huerter again. He's running that play so well.
Kevin firing. Good!
Dials in and knocks down his 8th point. Atlanta by 5 with 9:09 left in half number 1. Collins.
Collins is yet to score. He's the second star of this team, or young star. Collins is getting almost 20 points a game as well. The Jazz have held him in check.
0 for 3 in the first quarter. Here's Huerter inside. Floater up and in.
I like his game. He's a young.
5 from downtown. 108-100.
And Anthony Davis has not been in this quarter.
And may not return. That's been the form lately. Pelicans have not played him in the fourth quarter. Torian.
Kid of basketball. The Hawks had 5 at halftime, but now have 11. Jalen
Adams, Bembry, Kevin Huerter. Jalen spots up, nails his second three-pointer tonight.
Rebounds can score, opportunity type of score, so he fits in well with this team.
Kevin, peekaboo with Collins on the screen. Out to Trey, launching from deep and connecting.
Can the Grizzlies pitch a shutout here to finish this third quarter?
Offensively, a lot of good stuff from the Grizzlies. Adams.
We saw him Friday night, right?
Yeah, I didn't know he was on the floor, but tonight, different story.
Felicio played a grand total of 5 minutes on Friday night. Bulls are down 1 on a 7-0 run. And here comes the...
It's in that corner. You win 15, 16, and 17 times you in that corner. Makes it a little tough.
Kevin. Redick on him. Pass deflected by Simmons. Collins has it. Nice dish. And it definitely...
The quarter with Young, Collins, Dedmon, Herter, and Bazemore, their starting 5. And that's Collins at the rim.
You hanging in there?
You know.
You got the family in the house tonight, right?
Yeah, we
got some friends and family. Good.
15, and then somewhere around 15 tickets somewhere for another 4 somewhere else.
Young with a floater. Nicely done. Back-to-back floaters for 2.
You know who his favorite shooter was growing up? Alex Abrinas?
Shooter, wow. That's a tough one.
Juan Carlos Navarro.
Well, Bob, Coach Pierce looking for better defense from his team. He said we have to be solid. Don't give up easy layups. He told his guys, look, we worked hard to climb back in this game. We got to stay focused and just be...
Let's do it. Play some basketball. Tap is won by the Hawks, wearing their all-black uniform. And it all starts in the hands of Trae Young. It'll be in his hands a lot tonight.
It will be in his hands a lot early and off. 3 rookies and a rookie head coach.
And Jeremy Lin is in there trying to restore some order here.
And the Hawks need somebody to pick it up offensively. Bazemore had those first 5 points. Bembry is
in a bunch. I mean, early when he first came on. 8 ties in the first half, 4 ties already here in the second quarter, and we've changed the lead 20 times. It has been close. Atlanta's biggest lead 10 and a 3.
As far as hooping, maybe 11. Oh wow. No, I think it's hard to say exactly when it was, but you know, he was actually a late developer. You know, he's a kid who was a 5'9".
The Hawks come down with a 1-point edge. Trae has hit a couple of those threes.
Yeah, he's restored some order here.
Moves in, little push shot off the glass.
That's just too easy. Anthony Davis out, so they got some key pieces that's not playing tonight.
Now the Hawks, a scoring machine of late. Here's a lob and a finger touch bank for John Collins.
Stopped on a dime and flipped it up softly over the 7-foot limb.
Jeremy Lin.
Nifty move to get it off the glass.
He is a left-hander. He was a number 31 pick of the draft for the second round last summer. 18-16. John Collins moves in on Jackson. Pass 8 and lays it in.
Oh, man. What a difference. That's probably...
So they sent Nurkic up here. 56-53. Prince. Bullseye. Taurean Prince with 9.
For the Pistons. 2 of those came on that feed for Blake Griffin.
3 in that Miami game.
Well, my other part of my Taco Bell take that I wanted to talk about, Bill, is it's the spoiler time of the year.
Started his career at Duke, transferred to SMU. 4:45 left. Off the bounce. Dorsey drills it. Philadelphia last season turned it over a ton, and it really cost them in the Boston series. Trae Young gets to a hole, reverses and scores.
Oh, he just
on. And he jokes saying Dirk's old. He forgets a lot, so that's good.
I'd put it in the rear view if I were Dallas, too, to get DJ.
And a big addition. Prince with the fadeaway.
Well, I'll tell you, he is a
156. Step back for Bays.
Oh, that was too easy. What a shot he's taking tonight, and he knocks it down.
2-point ball game with 3:49 to play. Bazemore answers with a...
That guy is an unreal athlete.
He said media day he didn't want to go into this year's dunk contest, and I've already started to plead with him.
Deuce. Making it 22-17 Pistons. Bazemore can feel it, fires and fills it.
I guess
he's a key guy for the Heat. He is physically able to help this ball club again. Just getting on the floor as Bays puts it in.
That is woeful. That is just
it looked like he just shot it to shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, give the ball back to the guard. Somebody you know is a better offensive player. I mean, it's just not good.
Drummond. Folks, that's the best offensive rebounder in the world.
Sure enough is. Bazemore to the basket. Finally.
Oriented team, George. We haven't seen it yet, as the Pistons have totally dictated tempo in this game.
That was Reggie Jackson's offensive.
How about a three? Spellman comes out, not close enough. Rebound to Lynn. Lynn and Lynn on the floor. Prince from the corner takes a three. That was some pass.
Lloyd Pierce. To see his defense give up 40 points and Damian Lillard not be in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, other guys for the Portland Trail Blazers team that's really picked up and played well.
Moving ball side to side, and Al Horford involved in a two-man game. I'd love to see more of Al Horford getting involved in pick and roll, pick and pop. Herder from deep.
That's why he's one of the greats.
109.99. Vince hits it again. Vince Carter.
6 threes for
Cody in tight quarters. Our guy in the truck, ace producer Scott Snyder, said it was indeed of Cody Zeller. So they landed the ball righteous.
In Bazemore. Right elbow pull up, nothing but net.
Prayer he threw up there because he came up short on the dribble, but still was able to get it off the glass.
Cleveland is shooting 61%. Kevin kicks it out. Trae Young, feet set three, good. Much better look.
He's got 15.
Maybe he'll seize his opportunity with Johnson out and say, okay, I'll be a little bit overly aggressive now.
Bender unable to hold.
Fulton Holmes donates $100 to Suns Charities. Nice to see Dragic as he was scoreless in his 9 minutes in Cleveland. Anderson with a quick pull-up.
Anderson, another physical.
There it is. Aggressive play.
Got to get back to doing that. And the guards getting into the paint and making plays.
Wiz had missed their last 6 field goals before that Rivers bucket.
Wonderful assist by Monte Morris. Made sure that it got there.
Good job of Torrey getting into the paint.
Morris still leading the NBA in assist to turnover ratio. Nuggets have 11 helpers already. Atlanta pretty good too. They've got 8.
Dorsey, corner of the year, the Blazers have 37. Dorsey from deep. Tyler Dorsey draws an immediate. A one-man working crew when the Wizards were here last. Ball misses from the wing. Kevin Herter comes up. Collins over to Bays. He'll drive it and score it. 5-0.
3:05 left to go first quarter. The Hawks have an 11-point lead. Herter. A little crossover move. Knocks down the shot.
The switch by Portis is a bad switch there. Took him right to the paint because he knew he was going to get some help. Parsons in that short corner to knock it down.
A runner for DeAndre Free for Vucevic.
The big guy is on a nice roll. 10 of 18 from the floor.
85-74. Bembry pump fake. Runner good.
You see him at 19 years old only, and you go, yeah, he's probably got it.
Oh, there's a college player named
His fifth.
Frank banging. Finds Bacon. Makes sure he's behind the line and missed everything. Lynn.
Or at home and said, you know, just in case, because they had snuck in the locker room. So he was saying, I'm locking my doors at home, too.
Bembry picked up his second foul on the piggyback ride. 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
130 to 111 Hawks.
Roy Pierce going to get his first NBA win.
Kevin Herter.
His games to 1.
He lost his hair, and that was a really close game, 1-point game.
And they won on a shot like that.
You know, he was looking out the right eye. You see he turned his head a little bit.
Nice.
And you know what? Everybody's talking about the year that Kawhi is off to. Let's not overlook the great play of Kyle Lowry right now.
Oh, speaking of great plays.
Go to a team that for a fresh start with a good player development program that can really get his game and his mind straight and maybe just, you know, take another year off and just to get healthy. And
it's a great job. Good pressure relief by Aaron Gordon, flashing into that high post and giving it right back.
Kent Bazemore finds Magruder, 3 on the way and off. And the rebound down to Prince. And this is Trae Young, led the nation in scoring and assists as an Oklahoma Sooner freshman, a phenomenal accomplishment. That's Prince.
That short corner, there's not that much room for error.
Hawks bidding for their 6th road win of the season tonight. Collins to Bembry. Lob to John, and one hands it home.
Finally, again, take that shot.
Kevin Herter. Little runner. Yes, sir.
Staggering number, especially when you take that many threes and you got another whole quarter to go.
Down the middle to Dedmon. Jam City.
Bigs are just quicker to the ball than Miami is.
Jalen Adams. Vince Carter finds that 3.
Really good kid, comes from a good family. Just a joy. I had an opportunity to talk to him a few times. Oh, wow.
And they've beaten them also in second chance point, 5-0, and as well as fast break points where they're 7.
Good player.
He could lead, man.
Okay, all right. Played against him, not me.
Miles Bridges joins the dunk party.
Vince Carter.
Acid test as the regular season goes on to see if that whistle continues for all the freedom of movement. Vince Carter got to the. I just want to remind everybody that Mike Glenn still holds the free throw record in New York. Best 2 for Jimmy Butler, pushes his point total to 17. Jalen Adams in for Trae. Pick and roll. Carter, Len. Skip pass to Harris. And it's Jalen. 1 Milwaukee. Carter. Anderson. 4-3. Justin. 5 minutes. 20 seconds remaining. Trae got bumped, stayed with it, dropped it in.
6 rebounds.
Just to keep that streak of 20 and 9 alive. I was trying to bait the refs into a foul there around the screen. Instead, it's Carter dropping it off for Dedmon.
83-78. Under 3 minutes left here in the third. Owned by Utah.
Now, there's argument who the best dunker ever in the NBA, and of course Vince Carter, his name is in the top 5.
Herter on a drive inside, reverse it. Wow, that's a big bucket. The rookie on him.
To Dedmon of Atlanta. 28 seconds left in this explosive first quarter for the Hawks. That's Carter. That's good.
There's a lot more if you saw in the preseason, and they're not letting that stuff slide.
And that, of course, will be the acid test as the regular season goes on to see if that whistle continues for all the freedom of movement. Vince Carter got to the
soccer player early on.
That's not basketball.
No. So I'm still a big fan of the Tar Heel soccer team.
Tar Heel pick and roll right there, and Vince Carter got a nice screen.
Adams will bring it up along with Carter, Lynn, Prince, and Bazemore for the Hawks, and Vince Carter to counter for a triple.
So many different combinations that Jim Borland has to work with now, and it's really been a big difference.
As Carter answers the 9-0.
Really good kid, comes from a good family. Just a joy. I had an opportunity to talk to him a few times. Oh, wow.
For the follow-up.
So Alec with 7 now. Cavaliers back within 7. Carter hand in the face. Didn't matter.
And they've beaten them also in second chance point, 5-0, and as well as fast break points where they're 7.
A 20-3 run. Vince with the 3.
Well, it was where he received the ball. He had to stop on a dime. He had to stop his momentum, get under control, and let that one fly.
Vince Carter knocks down the triple.
Foul, by the way, so he has to take a seat.
Yeah, Dedmon got a couple fouls because of Towns sweeping through.
Carter able to get the finish.
Unstoppable is an understatement.
Vince Carter off the wrong foot, connects.
Presence on the floor, you can see the respect that other teams give him. In the scouting report, they do not leave him. So it opens up driving lanes for guys to put the ball on the floor. And Vince Carter, and this might
showing he's got that grit. 53-48, so Jalen's got 5 now. Vince Carter spins. Tough fall away here. Good player.
He could lead, man.
Okay, all right. Played against him, not me.
Miles Bridges joins the dunk party.
Vince Carter.
A new respect for his workout routine.
Good.
It was unbelievable to watch him get up at 5:30 and go for a 3-hour workout. I mean, hard workout at a game-type pace. He's the only guy in the gym working.
The big question with his skeptics is the motor.
And it is.
Sometimes you don't even know he's out there. Carter behind the back to Poitras. And 1.
Staggering number, especially when you take it that many threes and you got another whole quarter to go.
Down the middle to Dedmon. Jam City. For Ariza, 101-94.
But he and Green both had 21 between them.
Underway in the fourth quarter, Bays starts to drive, takes it to the rack and lays it in.
His career high in assists against Atlanta. Did that in 2017 with 9. Shot clock is off. 5 seconds in the quarter. Prince on the pick and roll, fires across. Jeremy Lin, give and go, and Prince slams it down.
Anybody's game, but I like the Hawks' chances here because the way they play defense and offensively, they're able to get whatever shot they want.
Vince Carter handing it over now to DeAndre Bembry. Bembry will drive. Bembry will score. What?
Carter. Young dumps it off for Collins. What a night.
They don't have to do it as much. So you got
skill is just not there.
Yeah, so you got a guy like John Collins. You know, he gets big in the paint, and once he gets big, the ball has to be delivered.
And it's hard to feed that post from the top. You got to do that from the side. Spencer Dinwiddie drops it inside, but that pass too tall. Pass Davis. Vince moving in. And score.
There, Porter pulls it down. Otto takes the shot off the glass, no good, and the rebound to Atlanta.
I think Austin got hit in that right eye as he drove.
John Collins for 3.
Since the opening tip. 12 points for Bledsoe.
Got to give help at the rim.
Dwayne Dedmon hits a 3.
Careless with the ball.
Dedmon with the left hand on Lopez.
An easy shot. And here comes your full court pressure right there. Bruce Brown, 3-point trip for Ish.
Trae Young trying to get a shot for Carter. Does. It's away, and it's down with one.
Rivers. Keefe for three. Collins drives and slams it in.
Collins traveled on the play and didn't get called for it.
Here's Taurean Prince. And nice job by Josh to try to get himself positioned, but
of the game, Cody Zeller to clean up the mess.
Yeah, Devin goes to block the shot. Cody just fouls him and knocks it.
Trailing by 12 early, but they came all the way back to lead by 1. Now trail by 3 is Trae from the logo. 123. Trae. Collins. Pick and roll. Trae with a long. 8 points a game and shooting 45% from the field. The former Indiana Hoosier makes it 30-13. Biggest lead for the Knicks. Trae.
On a flight that is less than an hour, so we should be landing before we took off.
Hey, I ain't getting on no time machine.
And Trae picks it up at midcourt. Simmons on it. Staggered screens for Trae to work with. Carries it over. Gets it back in the handoff. Embiid all over him. Now it's Taurean. Plenty of clock to work with. Taurean.
On a flight that is less than an hour, so we should be landing before we took off.
Hey, I ain't getting on no time machine.
We're fast, coming in with a playoff team makes you pretty happy.
An elite team at that.
Trae got it up. It's gone directly through. 6 for 6 in the field, 2 for 2 at the line. Taurean Prince.
Hawks looking to keep it going and break through against Indiana. 0-2 against the Pacer people so far this year. Here's Trae Young working in on the baseline. Nice pop.
Lloyd Pierce, the 42-year-old head coach, played his college basketball at Santa Clara. Longtime assistant in the league as Collins gets the basket.
Laying it in to make it 62-47. Hawks had such a great first quarter, limiting their turnovers. They had 7 here in the second.
Taurean. Points, 4 assists going up against his old team.
And push that lead back out to 21 points again for the Thunder after the Hawks had cut it down to just 10.
Yeah, I can believe it because time is flying, but it flies a lot faster when your team is having a lot of success. And the Pacers are.
Yeah. Here's Herder inside Dedmon.
Be one combined school by the time that app comes out. 47-41. Herder, you had to give it up. Lynn.
Jason Smith has expanded his game to the three-point line.
Jeremy gets it up. Anderson.
Always changes in this business, and these guys have stood up to it. Victor being out and having success with him out is one of them.
Victor guarding Bazemore to start. This is Dedmon in the corner.
Decision to make. In fact, he has pulled Jetty off the floor with the 4th foul. And Alec Burks back in. Young felt the contact at
the shot.
98-97 Hawks. Bay 5-point affair.
And the Hawks are going to have to finish this game. They're going to have to finish it strong. They have to go after Washington.
Jeremy Lin. Traded to Chicago in early January, waived. And he's been working out, waiting for an opportunity, and he got it from Steve Clifford. Bembry. There's Al.
Off balance. No, he rushes his shot.
98-97 Hawks. Bays. Vince. And a 4-point play indeed is in the book for Buddy Hield. They charged the foul to Bembry. Looked like Dedmon got more of him. Now DeAndre from the wing, and that's
obviously over 21 years, it just still never gets old.
So, Mom, we showed the picture a little bit earlier. He was a drum major. He played the baritone, played the saxophone.
Chick-fil-A concessions inside State Farm Arena or participating Atlanta-based restaurants. By now.
Ball goes
through the basket helps. And he said the other thing that they told him is they want him to be aggressive, trying to get inside, draw fouls, do the other little things, and not think so much about that three ball. But they just want him back having fun and doing his game, guys.
All right, thanks, Rebecca. Here's Spellman.
Guys who were excellent rebounders.
Trey's going to get a breather as Jalen Adams comes in. Bazemore also in. Plays it back to Torian. Pull up for two.
Has led the league 5 straight years, including a couple over 70% for DJ.
Started off the season with 3 consecutive double-doubles. Bazemore.
They're connected. Yeah, they're playing unselfish, but they're playing at their utmost confidence. They played out all season. They're playing their best basketball, which is what you want to do coming into end of March and April. The confidence is what really is shown here as of late.
3 tonight in Atlanta.
Got 17 again. Back-to-back games. That play by Wes Iwundu. Nice job. The extra pass.
He can did a lot of that with Golden State Warriors.
22-16. Bays, a former Warrior.
Tim Hardaway putting a pretty impressive stat line together. Also 5 and 5 as far as assists and rebounds.
Bays got Timmy out of the way.
Obviously, over 21 years, it just still never gets old.
So, Mom, we showed the picture a little bit earlier. He was a drum major. He played the baritone, played the saxophone.
Throughout this season, you can get 4 Hawks tickets plus 4 free promo cards, good for a Chick-fil-A sandwich meal. The cards are redeemable at the brand new Chick-fil-A concessions inside State Farm Arena or participating Atlanta-based restaurants. Buy now at Hawks.com/. And a 4-point play indeed is in the book for Buddy Hield. They charged the foul to Bembry. Looked like Dedmon got more of him. Now DeAndre from the wing, and that's
minutes. Wow.
Foul against the Mavericks. Prince cross court. Bazemore for 3. Got it!
That's some great offense. So Dedmon played excellent defense there, but shot still went in.
Halfway through the first period, and Torian going back to work this time.
Second turnover tonight for Minnesota. Strong attack by Torian.
In his 4th in Sacramento, he's averaging over 17 points a game. 48-37. Bays gets it off.
Right,
that's what I was saying.
That is interesting, but it's crazy how those are the loudest that arenas get on those free throw shots in that situation. Guys creating some opportunities and easy scores for the Grizzlies, or J.B. Bickerstaff is going to have to be calling C.J. Miles' number here early.
Prince, an open 3.
The shot like that, does that make it more difficult? What's the shooter's thinking there? Prince knocks down a 3 to give Atlanta a tie.
As he heads back on that one.
Bob, do you know right now, and I know it's early, but it's fun, the 5th seed in the West, the L.A. Lakers at 14-9.
Yep.
Crazy.
And Torian Prince may have rolled it.
You can hear him yelling, Mike, I'm open on that offensive rebound, wide open. And Billy caught the ball, quick ball fake, knocked it down.
So even when James doesn't shoot it well, the points just pile up. And James has just tied Dirk Nowitzki on the all-time list for May 3.
Shooter, 85% last year. 54-38 Knicks.
He is a tough young man. He isn't afraid of too much at all.
Torian, step back from the dotted line, rolls home. Good job. 19-18.
And it's a good first quarter for the Hawks. They didn't let the Lakers run away.
Prince, nice.
Nice. Did a good job with it.
I'd rather see that than calling a foul, I guarantee you. Prince can score.
Torian Prince right up.
Minutes. Wow.
The foul against the Mavericks. Prince cross court. Bazemore for 3. Got it!
He missed free throws. He misses them badly.
10-9 Detroit.
Drummond again on the switch, making sure he cleaned up the paint.
Nice cut.
Play was caused by Dinwiddie penetrating again deep into the paint, and Brooklyn's bigs are staying around the black area. They're not moving too far out of their paint.
Pembry across to Carter. Alex Len. Here's Bays moving in. And certainly not under the basket.
Yes.
77-71 Portland. Deep in. Collins gathers. Puts it up off the window. Good. John Collins has hit more threes than anybody in the league so far. 42-39 Charlotte. Trey. Got it. At 5 and 3 under Coach Yeager.
But Oklahoma, I mean, what is going on with that team? You're talking about getting out the gate slow.
Houston right there with them. Dorsey. Now Trey Young. Bringing it up for the Hawks. From the corner. There it is.
They made 17 of 36 against the Pacers last Wednesday. As Bembry gets to the basket and then 10.
So a step through, but there's Knox there to deny it.
15-point Nick lead. Prince backs up, three-pointer. Good.
Well, one thing.
They lead it 14-8.
You know, back to that JaVale play where he hit the floor so hard, I'm wondering when he goes out and sits for a while if that will stiffen up or become sore while he's running. Obviously, he can keep it nice and loose.
And again, no Tyson Chandler available, so Mo Wagner got to be in the bench. Herder, nice shot.
Opener is the youngest player ever to play at 19. It's fouled by 41-year-old Vince Carter. 33-18. Prince. Boy, he is dialed in early. He is one of 8 active Atlantans in the NBA. Jeremy from the
half-court offense and execution, and then immediate defense, a one-man press by Bruce Brown.
Atlanta down 4-zip here out of the gate. Shot clock inside 10. Dedmon inside for
Trey on the bench with John Collins. He has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, can we put
since the All-Star break?
Can we put some type of ballot together? They do that with the MVP. Why can't we? More energy, more hustle,
and more focus right there.
And like you said, you get a little lucky when you work hard like that.
Kevin, 3 in a row. Yeah, baby! His third 3 of the night, and Utah stretches the lead out to a dozen.
The ball has to just keep working around. You're going to get some open shots just like that.
Beautiful dish.
That was patience right there by Lamb. I thought he was going to pull up for 3. Just hit one earlier in the game, same spot. Didn't feel comfortable, put it on the floor, got a rhythm dribble, got rid of Herder and knocked it down.
It's around pace down a 60-point quarter, Del Curry. Oh, my goodness.
96 season.
The last season of the Omni here in Atlanta before they built this new building. Man, what a dump that was.
Well, they've renovated this place, and it is spectacular. Vince Carter, 40.
And that's a quick burst for Wade, who has the Heat's last 5 points, and he has 16 off the bench. It's 7 unanswered points for Miami. 94-88, plenty of fight left in the Heat. That's Bazemore from the elbow.
One of these hasn't really been a factor in this game. It's been all Ben Simmons.
3.5 to go in the third period. Bays drills it.
It out moments ago. 7-point Nick lead. Under 4 to play. Prince matched up with Hazonia. Prince driving. It's good and the foul.
Thunder run. It's been impressive, led by the defense, opening things up here. Still with 4 and change to go in this second quarter, but Thunder have been absolutely stepping it up.
Well, the stifling defense and then cashing in on the other end, those chips on the offensive end has created a 24-8 run. As Thunder already with 55 points here on the board.
As Prince able to get to the...
He's going to get some easy opportunities at the basket.
Kyle Korver wide left, and here comes Bembry. Isn't DeAndre shooting the ball with great confidence these days?
I'm loving that. Dre's coming down. Trey, another...
Evans did not play on Sunday against Brooklyn. Last 10, he's averaged 11 points per game. And Prince,
guys on both squads really trying a little too hard. They're so amped up for this game, and why not? It's opening night in the NBA, and they'll settle down. We'll have a game very soon. Here's Dorsey. Nice move.
And there's no...
Good follow by Sabonis. Your man goes to block.
Sabonis has a couple of fourth-quarter field goals as Young, the lane just opened.
He gets nothing for that. I mean, you give him an assist for it, but it's really the basket is because he's such an effective player.
Tyreke Evans shot 40% a year ago from three-point.
That plays Division 1A.
Does.
Yeah, they do.
Really big win this year. Really the cat.
Hokies found out the hard way. So Atlanta moving it around. This is the rookie Herter. Dumps it down to Alex Len. And
been shooting it so well. And he takes the over 7 3-pointers a night. And he's clicking along at 46%. That's outstanding.
When you're shooting at 46%, shooting that ball 6 or 7 times a night, I mean, you want to find him and make sure you get him those shots.
Low post, Alex Len. Beautiful bounce pass by Jeremy.
Inside out, rhythm three. Got a chance to get his feet set. That's a good corner three.
He's hit 38% this year. Jeremy Lamb, that's a goaltend.
Now. The Hawks, by the way, Jim, their record overall for the season not very good as they work against.
Much better game against the Hawks this time around.
107-89. Jeremy off the window.
It's about that time. Time the ball, y'all. So let's start things over. To John Crut. Eddie Reed. Thank you, Jax. Welcome to the State Farm Arena. Our officiating crew is signed by the NBA. Pat Frayer, JT Orr, and Brandon Adair. Glad you're with us. Off we go on a
38 in Milwaukee. A huge night in Boston late. Trey's floater. Ramon Shumpert, who's the man handcuffed in the corner. Now it's Trey going to work with a high pick and roll with John Collins. He'll take it in and jam it. And the Hawk.
Suns beating the Hawks up right now on the boards, and that has to continue.
That was one of the things that Igor Kokoskov talked about before the game. He said, yeah, we spoke about it yesterday. We spoke about it at shoot-around, and we'll continue to talk about it before the game tonight. And that is a rebound. A tough finish there for John Collins.
Just under 13 a game at 23 and a half minutes per night. 24-19. Bays saves it. Shot clock at 10. In. Pass off the dribble to Jeremy Lin, and he drills a three-point.
Shows you how good this young man is.
Mavericks go up 21-13. Mavs have hit 7 of 11. Hawks 6 of 17. Bays had it going early, keeps it going. Cleveland points. Hawks are down 18. And Bazemore getting to the hole. Nicely done. Fourth in the NBA in three-point percentage at 45-7.
Say he's come a long way from last year's understatement.
Big time. And so too is running mate Fox. Herter takes it right to the glass.
Jeremy Lin has an 8-point third quarter. Bembry.
Basket of the night. 32-29. Jorian Prince. Drives in. And reverses. How about that?
They couldn't get it. Hey, that's not fun.
114.99. An 11-3 today. Courtesy of D'Angelo Russell. Bays off.
Brunson and Garea. Both guys can push the pace. Atlanta's got to get something to go here on the offensive end. They've missed their last 7. That's a nice back cut. Get into the paint.